In this video, I'll show you how to replace the O2 oxygen sensor on your 2003 to 2008 Honda Pilot. Here's the tools you'll need to complete this job. You need the O2 oxygen sensor adapter. This is a 7/8 or 22 millimeter wrench style. You need a ratchet, oxygen sensor itself. This one does come with anti-seize, and then this is the part number for it. Again, I'll link everything in the description below. These all came from Amazon, fast shipping, OEM parts, inexpensive. So I'll link those below. Quick tip, the Upstream O2 sensors on the front and on the back, just the top two on the front and the back, they're both the same oxygen sensors. The one on the rear of the engine is one of the difficult ones to get to and to also undo. Unplug the clip on the right side of the motor in the back. Now you may break it if you've never changed it or it's just old and brittle. Try to unclip it, try to undo it before you actually take the oxygen sensor off. But I'll show you, it's all the way back here in the back. It's back there, right underneath the middle ignition coil, and then the clip is almost this side over here, but in the bottom, right here. And so if you can undo that clip from the back, it makes the entire process easier. The front Upstream oxygen sensor, this one right here, is one of the easier ones. It's literally right here underneath the middle ignition coil, right under it. And then for me, I actually snapped the backing plate on my connector that connects to the engine. But what's a Honda without zip ties? So I have a zip tie hooked around my ground wire, right here, and it just holds it in place. Now what I recommend to do these, and I bought this off of Amazon, and I chose this one instead of the socket because it fits into many tight spots way easier than the actual socket, and you can manipulate this in a direction, whereas the socket is just one straight socket going down, and it's a little bit tougher to get that into spot. I'll put the link in the description box below for this specific one that I got. I've already done the rear and the top Upstream O2 sensors. This tool worked flawlessly. It would have been complex to do it with the socket one, especially the one in the rear. But what it is, very simple. I'll show you here. You route it through your wiring, right? See that? And then it just falls into the oxygen sensor, so it's in there. And you go ahead and undo your oxygen sensor. With the socket, if you had the socket here, you probably would have had to take the coil off. And even still, it would have probably been pretty difficult without a swivel extension or something like that. I'll be doing the Downstream front oxygen sensor this time. I already have my Denso OEM. I'll link this in the description below as well. So a tip for the Downstream front oxygen sensor is you'll need a 10 millimeter socket or wrench, and you have to remove the front heat shield from it, and I'll show you that. If you look right here, see the back of the heat shield is still on. I couldn't take it off. I removed the front part of the shield and then just zip tied the back one. And so the shield sits here and it covers the oxygen sensor that's right there. So that's why I removed it. And again, you have to remove it, and it's 4 10s, 2 in the bottom and then 2 up top. It's in a weird angle up there. But, and again, the socket would not work in this situation. So that's why, again, I went with the open wrench. So I'll go ahead and get that started, and then I'll remove the connection first before I get this started. Let me show you where that is. So the connection for that Downstream It's gonna be this orange one right here. It sits almost on top of the front motor mount. It's the orange cable. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can get you a better shot. That one right there. Right on top of the motor mount, almost. This one right here that I'm moving. And that comes and plugs into the side right here. So what you do with this is it's a push clip. There you go. It's a push clip right here. You push this in and then you pull up. It sits like this with the clip, with the push clip facing the battery. So you push it in and pull up. And then this one is mounted to the actual motor here. The clip for the actual connector to the oxygen sensor is on the back side right here. And it sits like this, so the clip is going towards the passenger side, like towards your AC and your power steering almost. And so you have to reach behind it and then push the clip and pull down. I bent it up. I bent it up a little bit just so that it was easier. Let me show you that. So if you can see right there, I bent mine up a little bit and then I was able to put my finger down. You can also get it from the bottom, but trying to get you the best view sometimes. This is the front downstream oxygen sensor there. What was that then? Connector down. This I think is getting stuck up here. It's a little tight in here, but just have to use your fingers once you crack it. I'm just laying on the floor. I'm sure you, I mean, even if you jack it up, you'll still have the same clearance. Take a look at this. This is the new one. Same plug. Everything's the same. Let's go ahead and get some anti-seize on these threads. I just try to get it on the ones that I know for sure are gonna go in there. So if you stand here with your head towards the driver's side tire, you have a better angle at seeing and putting in the O2 sensor. Let me show you. Here's my angle from the driver's side facing passenger side. Much easier angle to get in here and tighten this in. Now for some reason the new one, it was giving me trouble going in. I guess it was just my angle, how I was putting it in. But as soon as I switched to this side, I was able to thread it in. This new line does not come with the clips. So if you do want the old clips, then take it off the old line. For me, I don't care about the clips. As long as it has the back clip that I can put up on top and then clip it in that way, that's fine. Again, it's a Honda, I can always run zip ties. But all I have to do now is tighten it down and then go up and connect it. Just doing it by hand first. I can get a good angle when it's time to tighten it down. Then go ahead and grab your ratchet. This doesn't have to be in there like Hulk. It just has to be in there nice and snug. It's not something that's gonna come out. And then route your line up so that you can grab it from the top. Or my plug, I should say. So again, this back piece goes right onto this line that we have bent before. Plug that in there. And then this is the plug for it. Again, this clip faces towards the battery. So I'm gonna bend that down a little bit. We heard the click. There we go. And that is exactly how you replace the O2 oxygen sensor downstream in the front over by the radiator on the bottom. Very simple, very easy. Again, I'll post all the links in the description box below. Hopefully this video helped you out. See you on the next one.